Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be all about the TORO 60V chainsaw. Now TORO did send me this saw for free to try it out on my property and give an honest review, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. So I've had a chance to kind of look over the saw, read over the instruction manual, and a couple of things about this saw kind of stand out to me. It feels very rigid. I was really not expecting that, to be quite honest with you. I really like, whether you are left-handed or right-handed, it feels really good in your hands depending on how you want to hold it. One of the things that I noticed right off the bat with a lot of saws that you get is the chain tension. This thing comes pretty tight on the blade. If you do need to tighten the chain at all, it does come with a tool that's preloaded directly in the back, which is nice to have this on board in case you need it in a pinch. But essentially the chain tension screw is right here on the saw. All you have to do is loosen this up with this hand wrench, and then you're off and running. Another thing that's nice about this TORO saw is it has a really nice rigid chain brake in it. So as a safety feature, right, if you're transporting the saw and you don't want the chain to move by accident, maybe you pull the trigger by accident, the chain brake is a really nice feature. My saw came with the 2.5 amp hour 60V battery, which just clips right in. Very simple to use. There's no gas, there's no priming or anything of that nature. And if you want to test the power of the battery, you simply just push this button here on the top of the battery, to let you know if your battery's full or not, so you always be able to know how much power you have in here. One thing that I've noticed in some of the reviews is that the 2.5 amp hour batteries, these are not ideal for really big jobs. They do drain pretty quick, and then you have to go recharge them. So if you have any of the other 60V equipment and you have a 7.5 amp hour battery, this will accommodate a 7.5 amp hour battery as well. So if you have some bigger jobs, it's no problem. You can use the batteries, they're interchangeable. So let's go ahead and let's put this thing to the test. One of the things that you really have to do before you use your chainsaw, and this does not come with the chainsaw in the product, is the chain oil. That's something you have to buy separately. So make sure if you're going to use one of these, you go ahead and get the chain oil and you put that in. You can see how much you've got in the reservoir by looking at these indicators here on the front of the saw. So without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and get this guy cut up. This is a really small job. TORO sent me this chainsaw on a Friday, and on Tuesday this tree fell down in the backyard. So coincidence? I think not. that's going to do it for the job today. I got to say that the TORO 60V chainsaw really handled the job pretty well. This was a pretty light duty job in all honesty, so it did about as well as I expected. Actually, I was a little bit more impressed with the power that it had, given that some of the battery powered tools I've used in the past I really wasn't all that impressed with, although I really did like the TORO 60V chainsaw in this type of scenario. I had a tree that was in the middle of the yard, and I had another one that was leaning up against a healthy tree that I went ahead and cut down, and I got a nice little pile of firewood here as winter is quickly approaching. So that was about 30 minutes worth of work, and I've got about a half a battery left in the 2.5 amp hour battery, so not too bad overall. Like I said, this is something that can be good for light to medium duty jobs. I'm not sure if I was someone who does this commercially, this may be the saw for me. I probably want to do something that's a little bit more commercially focused, but for the homeowner saw that wants to take care of a lot of jobs just kind of around your property, I think this is a really good option. So one of the things that I think makes it so efficient with the battery power is that it does have a brushless motor in there, so that's going to help increase the efficiency and the power that it uses in those smaller batteries. But if you do have a much bigger job, you can always use the 7.5 amp hour battery in the same saw. It does accommodate that battery as well, so it'll get you a little bit more life, so you don't have to continue switching through the smaller batteries or possibly use it on a full charge and then have to charge it again. So overall, pretty impressed with the tool. I really like it. I look forward to using it some more around my yard. The area that I'm in right now is an area that we really don't get a whole lot of grass to grow in this space because there is so much shade from all these trees. So this will be an area that next year is going to be a focus for us to actually landscape this area back here. Usually any areas that you don't grow grass in very well just begs to be turned into a landscape bed. So that's the plan. I'm going to use this saw a whole lot more and really liked the saw. Thank you for TORO for sending this to me so I can do an honest review for all you viewers. And if you enjoyed the content here, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.